Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to another exciting Propagandacast with me, your host, Imperial Dane Master of Propaganda here at Reich. And a lot of hiccups, damn it. We shall be watching a 1 vs 1 on Bois Du Chatelet. We shall be watching WMDtommy 952 fighting for the Americans, fighting for the 4th Infantry Division in a glorious fight against AsiiFireball, aka Aljaz, fighting for the 2nd SS Panzer Division Das Reich. It's going to be a bit of a shorter one, but I suppose that's not going to be any harmful. Had quite a few longer ones. It's a bit of a shorter one, will probably not go straight, but 2 pioneers are out, Wehrmacht quarters, Volkspioneers out for AsiiFireball, and from Tommy we are seeing 2 engineers and a barracks out with some riflemen on the way. So far, so good. The map is Bois Du Chatelet, a map created by Uncle Sam. It can be found by Googling it. So don't kind of go asking in the comments, and if you do go asking about in the comments, I know you haven't been listening.
Jawohl, mein Herr. We are ready to push back the Yankees.
Volkspioneers advancing up.
Pioneers here.
On the right hand side, looks like in fact a rather right hand sided focus by Aljaz initially, whereas we're seeing a slightly more spread out sort of formation by Tommy. 1 rifleman squad out, and a full rifleman squad was actually 12 men, 6 of them which were in some sort of more maneuverable formation, and then I believe, no, that's actually 5, 4 of them were in a sort of LMG section, 2 were a recon unit, and 1 was basically the squad leader, basically meant to sort of keep running and keep everything going. A Wehrmacht squad was actually about 10 men. Had 1 that was basically the MG section, and the other was the maneuver assault section. Much more simple concept. And of course, if they had enough MGs to equip both of them, of course they had a lot more firepower to go around. And the usual MG section for the Americans, so LMG section, was usually with BARs, the Browning automatic rifle. But continuing up the right hand side, a bit exposed, so there's nothing here to actually connect to a nice flanking from movement. Could see a lot of these forces in a lot of trouble if Tommy was to push in even reasonably well. Volkspioneers are moving up, moving past the close to the little barn, and we are seeing riflemen moving in. And the Volkspioneers are quick to retreat. And we'll pull into the building, but again we do see a nice movement right here, but Tommy just firing at the side where there's only 1 man able to fire out, and thus quickly sending the entire Volkspioneer squad on the run. We also see engineers running about there, but they do seem to retreat. Volkspioneers here overpowered and securing the cutoff point. In fact, going to cut off all the resources just gained here for Aljaz. Pretty unfortunate start right there for the Wehrmacht. MG42 out, whereas MG42. Volkspioneers and Pioneers staying close. Bit unsure what to do, perhaps. Although considering there's a larger force down here, perhaps lay down some sandbags and some barbed wire. Engineers are getting punished by the heavy MG42 down south, and the riflemen might be trying to push in. We're seeing another squad moving in. The troops right here are surrounded from all sides, and more squads are moving in from the south. This is looking pretty unfortunate for Aljaz's men. They are outnumbered and outgunned, and 2 riflemen have already been dropped. The question is, how long will this actually last? And there we go, Pioneer squad on the run, and oh dear, it's going to get cut down. Will it? And oh wait, no mind, there we go, squad down. Rifleman squad also pushed away, but still a Pioneer squad lost is considerable. Nasty losses, and another Pioneer squad has been forced off. Joining the rest.
We're losing a sector.
MG42 taking up position, and the Volkspioneers themselves have also been run off. Some losses on the Americans, but I do believe in this case that, I mean, considering they only lost a Pioneer squad, that was actually relatively decent. Overall, still not perfect, and perhaps not the most great thing, in particular since he was able to cut off here, thus denying Aljaz a vital resource for quite a bit. He even managed to cut off the fuel point right here, rendering it neutral. At the same time, Tommy is holding a large part of the map, although he's interesting enough laying down any mines which could prove to be advantageous for sort of further delay any movement from Aljaz towards the left-hand side. A Volkspioneer squad moving up on its own, pretty reckless behavior, and they are quickly sent off with some considerable nasty losses. Flamethrowers up for Tommy. That could explain why there are no mines. The munitions have gone towards the flamethrowers, the Flammenwerfer. Troops are reinforcing. Weapon supports are going up for Tommy. 3 Volksgunners and 2 MGs for Aljaz, and his Volksgunners are turning into fireballs. And there we go, the MG-42 opening up on the engineers, but we are seeing Rifle going to push up on the other side. Will the MG be able to turn about and stop it? No. It is suppressing the engineers and doing some damage to them, but the MG itself will be overrun, although we do see some Volksgunners moving in. Support gunners doing what they can with the MP40s, the Volksgunners doing what they can with their rifles, but it's simply not enough, and the MG crew could in fact get wiped out, and there we go, will be forced to recruit the MG-42. And we're actually seeing an extended initial tier from Tommy. He's going for Aljaz actually. Never mind, yes, he's still going for it, but now instead of a Volksgunner squad, he's actually going for a sniper. And he lost one of the MGs on the retreat. Is quickly turning out to be not so well for the 2nd SS. Troops are coming under heavy intense fire from the heavy MG-42, now crewed by Volksgrenadiere. And we are seeing another attempt by engineers, perhaps also equipped with a flamethrower, and the end. There we go, flamethrowers pop at the exact same time, but Aljaz had foreseen that, and he's quickly ordering the MG-42 crew to leg it, as if though someone with a flamethrower was actually coming at them. Sniper almost done, the Scharfschütze. And we're also seeing a sniper up from Tommy. Interesting move. Perhaps he felt he would gain the advantage through a sniper, or perhaps he was expecting Aljaz to go for a sniper. There's always some things there. Some players do like to go for the more extended tier 1 and sort of push that if they can. But this certainly denies Tommy any chance at sort of going for an earlier armored car rush and perhaps catching Aljaz off guard with it, which could be considered a bit of a shame. There we go. Wehrmacht troops holding up behind a rather grisly looking roadblock are pushed off, but the MG-42 and the sniper combo managed to push them off. Bit of a retreat right there. Could be a nice time for the Wehrmacht to push onwards as quickly as possible. Further sniper fire. Mine. Ooh, the rifleman just barely does not push into it. And there's a mine there from Tommy. No mines over here though. Would have loved to see some mines over here. Would be great in mining country, I would argue. Aljaz doing what he can in securing the center. Kriegberg's going up. Sniper sneaking about, possibly hoping to lure out a German sniper and counter-snipe him. And we do see the German sniper pulling over here to the latest advance from the Americans. And then the German sniper owns up on the engineers, and the American sniper knows this is showtime, this is go time. Mine goes off right here, killing and pinning several German troops. And the sniper gets counter-sniped. Absolutely horrific loss right there for Aljaz. Another heavy unit loss. He's already lost an MG-42, a Pioneer, and now a sniper. And the sniper wasn't able to really recuperate his own cost through killing. And he's actually getting another sniper. This is pretty ballsy, although of course at this stage Aljaz knows he does have some time before he has to worry. Now of course, now that he knows that Tommy went for a sniper himself, he also knows that a weapon support center went off, and thus also knows he probably shouldn't worry about armor cars right away. Now we do see some movements towards the west, and again mines would have been great for Tommy. Absolutely wondrous, magical even. MG-42 holding up the central row, but a sniper through the head rather sorts that out, leaving the last one to pick it all up and get running. Sniper out again. And another bit of time. All Volksgunners getting sniped. Rifleman moving in. And that could actually look like a Volksgunners squad down on the retreat. Nope. Or will it?
We are losing.
Oh, Fultz gets caught. Down to one man, very little health. MP40 Fultz are moving in to place themselves, protect their comrade while he runs and give the Americans a good peppering.
The Yankees are grabbing our territory.
Mine goes off here, doing a bit of damage. Sniper opens up. That's not carrying here. That Tommy now, of course, knows that he's got himself another sniper. Let's go look at Tommy. He's spending a bit of resources on constantly reinforcing troops. Got quite a bit of munitions actually hanging about. Storm Armory going up for Fireball, aka Al-Jazz.
Objective secured. Rifle squad defending. One last fight for the fucking Huns.
MP40 Fulton's coming in under fire from the nearby barn. Much more windows usable on that side. MG opens up. And sniper fire. Fulton sniping as well. And we are seeing some rifle actors sneaking up through a path right here with flamethrower engineers. Nice, nice. Going to hit the MG. But the MG manages to turn about and stops the assault. If only he had grenades, but sadly he does not have grenades or even a Browning automatic. And now we do see a shift once more from the MG42. More troops getting sniped. And the engineers here will be forced to run for it. And the riflemen here are now a bit outnumbered. There's only the sniper a bit farther away, trying desperately to avoid the German sniper while also killing as many craps as possible. And the riflemen really need to lead now. They're down to 2 men, very little health. And there we go, legging out for the back door. And Pioneer went down to a mine. We actually had placed one earlier, so that is actually just good mining there. Again, some players just don't consider mining the same spot, or even considering there might be a mining the same spot, so some thoughts there. Again, in sort of mining tricks. We're going to think Monsieur Tommy would benefit from some mines here.
Victory under siege. Victory under Germans are moving in.
Pushing up on the right hand side, rifleman coming under fire. And the sniper leading the way. With rather accurate fire.
Our supply lines are being threatened.
And we are seeing an armored car out for Fireball. At the same time, we are seeing a motor pool out for Tommy. Of course, question is, right now, of course, he knows that, of course, Al-Jazz has gone for the the Sturm Army, since of course he knows there's an armored car. So of course, question is, wouldn't it be a better move to then just cancel the motor pool now that he knows what he's up against and go straight for the tank depot, since tank destroyers and Shermans would have a better choice against the Wehrmacht quarters Sturm Armory bit, since the naval rivers, for example, wouldn't be able to deal with the bits of the tank depot. But now of course it's too late. At least that would be my suggestion on the matter. Bit of quinine. We do see some mines was up for Al-Jazz finally.
They're taking one of our points.
Oh, they both fired at the same time. At the exact same time, in fact. That was quite the coincidence. And now the second SS pushes into the center once more. Armored car sniper nearby.
Victory point under siege. The Germans are moving in.
Going for the victory points. Troops getting sniped and run off. And the heavy armored car moves forward. And a Greyhound up for Tommy. Still no Doctrine though. I really think he could have done with the Doctrine earlier. He could easily have gotten himself Rangers or Artillery at this stage and just blasted out on Al-Jazz, actually perhaps even making things easier for him at certain stages. So that was actually, I think, a bit of a mistake from his side. So now though gets another kill. Armored car versus armored car. Clearly in this case the American one has the advantage, since it has the bigger gun. And more sniper fire. Pushing in from the north. Counter sniper fire against the Germans. And a Sturmgeschütz arrives as well, adding in some heavier firepower to deal with the Americans.
The Germans are seizing territory.
And first kill of the day for the Sturmgeschütz. And a bit of quiet. Armored car rolls in. There we go, sniper fire on the left flank. Greyhound trying to sort of sneak in, get off some flanking shots on the Sturmgeschütz, but not quite having any success. Another Volkswagen goes down. Armor car quickly pulls back behind a
Losing ground out there.
very small building. Looks like a toll booth of some sort. Not sure what else purpose it was served to have this sort of building in the middle of everything.
Enemy is down to 300.
Where? Panzerfaust on the armored car does not damage any of the engine parts. Volkswagen is almost wiped out to a man. And the right knight had problems. And ooh, armored car going to get some good shot off while they retreat. Stug hits a mine, damaged engine. No anti-tank gun by the looks of it for Tommy, although one is on the way. And making progress in the west and lower half of the map.
Krauts are grabbing our territory. Observation posts for
No pioneers nearby. Trying to assist in repairing the Sturmgeschütz. They seem to be elsewhere on the map. And only one pioneer squad, in fact. Another armored car out for Algiers. And there we go, armored car number 1 taking heavy damage from the anti-tank gun. Volkswagen's going down.
initiating defensive operations.
Anti-tank gun trying to move in. No, it's not actually. I would have thought it would have. Tried to. Volkswagen down. American sniper moving up. And we are seeing infantry introduction up. Artillery going in. Armor car almost down. Main gun destroyed on the Stug. This could be an excellent time for the Greyhound to move in and get some kills. Although it should be careful not to get hit by German artillery. Volkswagen's going to Panzerfaust. Main gun destroy, and another Stug rolls in just in time. MG crew taking a bit of damage, but looks like the heavily damaged vehicles from Algiers, aka Fireball, are going to make it out of there.
Our forces are taking.
Oh, it hits a mine, I think, and just gets knocked out. Oh dear, that was a bit of a shame.
We're losing them as fast as we're getting them.
Definitely a huge loss there because he was unable to actually get the Stug and the armored car. On the other hand, I think Tommy made a mistake in not going for the doctrines earlier. I really think he, for example, could have used the artillery early on in some of the earlier engagements, which could probably have won the game. Or at least gave him a much greater advantage. We are seeing now another anti-tank on the way. Making a nice left-hand push.
Ready for order.
Anti-tank gun ready as well.
For the crowd.
2-1's out now for good old Mr. Tommy.
We're taking fire.
Pioneers under a bit of light of fire. And going for the victory points, hoping to gain further victory points of Algiers. While the armored cars continue to drain the life of Americans from this world.
We're back to full strength.
Bunker up for Algiers, considering the circumstances. I'm betting it's going to repair bunker. Let's go look at Algiers again. Who's gone Terror? He's going for the left-hand side. He's probably going for the King Tiger. Engineer dead. Anti-tank gun sneaking up. Oh, there we go. Left hit on the Stug. No sticky bombs though. No sticky bombs. I mean, if he had a sticky bomb, he could have immobilized it, or at least made it harder to move, and then he probably could have finished it off with the anti-tank, and instead it was allowed to escape, and now it might actually be too late to knock it out. Sniper gets one of the MG gunners, and they are caught on the move, and thus pushed off completely.
Attention. The enemy advances.
Bit of an unfortunate move, in fact, by Algiers right there. And meanwhile, additional fighting in the centre, and 3 armour cars up, just shredding the riflemen. Brutally tearing them apart. And now we do see her pushing up here in the centre. Anti-tank gun simply getting exposed to so much autocannon fire. And mine goes off, killing the lead armoured car and killing the crew on the anti-tank gun. You should be careful about, of course, being near your own mines. It can backfire. In this case, it might have saved him, and then the anti-tank gun might try and get the other armor car. Another one moves in. The third one. Oh, but the anti-tank gun misses. Are there sticky bombs for Tommy? Yes, sticky bomb. Now there is, at least. And Browning automatics, another sticky bomb. So probably had actually sticky bombs by the time of the Stug, yet didn't do it. And there you go, Rifle to finish it off. Browning automatic pierces the more thinly armoured, and of course the whole bit of it being an armoured car, of course, sort of fails to conceal that it was generally not that armoured either. They were not sort of, you know, tanks. They could basically just resist bullets better. And that was about it.
Axis armor ready. We must not keep the enemy waiting.
Stug's moving up. Remaining armoured car getting repaired. Anti-tank guns opening up. A bit of a push up here on the left-hand side. MG42 firing from across the stream. Quickly dealing with the engineers right there. Nicely done. Helmut. No Kampfkraft sent up for Algiers. And there we go. Nice Volksgrenadier assault going up. Suppressive fire from nearby rifle though. Suppress the Volksgrenadiers for at least one squad. And Propaganda Wall though saves the Volksgrenadiers. Allows them to just continue on. And both anti-tank and crews are now exposed. And they are dead. Quite the shame right there for Tommy, although we do see a counterattack moving in. And we do see another armor car on the way for Algiers. A nice armor car Stug combination, by the way, with some infantry support, including one of them with MP40s. Overall, nice sort of force. You just need some needle reversers, I think. Anti-tank and recruit, but they are simply taking heavy fire from the nearby flank, where the Volksgrenadiers are firing from a dug-in position near the anti-tank gun, or crated position, whatever you call it. Sniper fire opens up, more forces are moving in, but will it be enough for Tommy? Will it be enough? And the snipers keep taking away, and there we go. Anti-tank gun once more decrewed. Rifle moving in, trying to force away the Volksgrenadiers from the other anti-tank gun. Pioneers rushing in, repairing whatever they can. Just absolute carnage. 4th Infantry are getting murdered out in the streets by the 2nd SS. Well, the main road, I suppose. And another sticky bomb in the hopes of finishing it off. And it does, knocking out a Sturmgeschütz fully. Veteranry 2. But still, heavy losses for Tommy. Anti-tank gun wrecked. Goodness gracious. And the other one is going to get blasted as well, using the attack ground command. Is it, or just the action on the attack move command, usually just selected, and they will target it. So little tip there. And players generally do it when they have no intention of using the anti-tank gun themselves, and have no intention, obviously, of handing over to their opponent. Some slightly more clever players might actually try and mine it, and thus, you know, lure the opponent to spend more resources on it. And in particular, one nasty way of doing it is actually as the pencil laying down a teller mine, because that will actually only trigger once the anti-tank gun has been accrued and actually sets off probably an explosion that can clear it out. So that, of course, again, is one way of doing it. You can, of course, also do the same thing with a Greyhound mine, but that is a bit trickier. Of course, also with regular mines, although they, of course, should be a bit better placed, otherwise they'll just sort of go off before the infantry crews. Armor cars dealing with any attempts at harassment like they should. No veteran at all for Aljas. He must be feeling pretty confident. In fact, he's going straight for the Panzer Command. Although he might not even bother, because he's very close to getting him being able to call in the King Tiger. Pushing up here on the right hand side, pushing up on the left hand side. And there we go. Thanks to the Panzer Command, in fact, he just got enough experience points to be able to call in a King Tiger, the Königstiger. But I don't think Angela has actually noticed. He's actually building a Panzer IV when he could be calling in a King Tiger. I mean, of course, I might just be silly here, but I would say a King Tiger might be the slightly more beneficial thing. MG cleared out. MP40s, though, covering the flank. Flamethrowers moving in. He's still going for the Panzer IV. I'm amazed. Armored car rolling in, sniper in tow. 24 kills on this one. Second armored car adding into a much more serious combat patrol. And he's actually going for the Panzer IV. Oh. And there we go, Panzerkampfwagen 4 is ready. Speeding things up a bit. Sniper moving out. Bazooka rockets flying. And there we go, Königstiger arrives to the battlefield. And the Panzer IV is out on the far right flank. Could do with a bit of infantry, and we do see some pioneers being sent in. And these engineers, on the other hand, will be getting quite the nasty surprise. While the King Tiger with its high velocity 88mm gun pushes up the centre. And of the King Tiger, have yet seen anything in Company Heroes 2 as of yet. No screenshots and even a video hinting at it, which would rather indicate at least initially it will not be in the game. Although, of course, they might add it in later. Possibly through some of their DLC commanders, which they might be planning from what I understand. Rangers moving up on the right hand side. Bit of a hit there. And the Yankee is kaput, the Panzer Commander proudly proclaims. And the Rangers are just getting mutilated. Down to one man, a bazooka left behind. Anti-tank and firing away. And sadly, I mean, the sort of force that Tommy has is just not up for it. He had a nice start, but I feel he was not able to capitalize on it properly enough. And I feel the choice for the weapon support cylinder here to own the motor pool might actually have been the wrong choice. There goes still Stuke out of control, but the anti-tank is getting flanked. And no, I won't join. What is it with some people and just expecting me to join their games while I'm casting? It's a bit of a bother. And there you go, anti-tank gun sorted out. This pretty much looks like GG. A nice offensive pulled off by the 2nd SS Panzer Division in a more swampy area. Propaganda War keeps the right hand side clear, while a bunker is going up to provide additional and permanent protection. Now we go, GG from Tommy and GG from Aljaz. Game over. Again, a bit of a shorter match, but still interesting. And overall, I think the problems for Tommy was basically not enough mines, particularly on the left hand side. He was very not mining at all. And I think the weapon support center might not have been this sort of ultimately best payoff when he could have rushed at least for multiple, and then when he finally did go for something heavy again, I think he should have discontinued with the multiple once he saw the tier 3 and gone straight for the tank depot, because I'm pretty sure he had the fuel. And of course, while it would have set him back a bit initially, I think in the longer run it probably would have benefited him a bit more. So of course those are my thoughts. And of course the next station on medic Vanguard Viola would have been done well. Some mines from Algiers would of course also been beneficial, veterancy, but overall he did pretty well with the Sturm Armory, which did manage to catch Tommy off quite by surprise. So there you go, hope you enjoyed this match. If you did, why not subscribe and tell your friends, and if you didn't, well, why not send a replay of your own. This is Imperial Dane saying cheers.